Now, Pat Robertson just is not buying the allegations of sexual harassment levied against Fox host Eric Bolling. Now, Bolling, of course, is accused to have sent images of his genitals to multiple female coworkers. So, what a classy guy. Now, Bolling, because of those allegations, has been suspended from Fox News, just like Bill O'Reilly had been before he was fired, and Roger Ailes before he was fired. So, you see the pattern here. See, first, and this has happened plenty of times, at Fox News, first you get some allegations that are corroborated by a lot of people. In Bolling's case, at least 8 people have either seen the images or have heard about the images that were supposedly sent from the people who had received them. So you have a lot of witnesses, you have a lot of corroboration, right? And it was also the case in the Bill O'Reilly case as well as Roger Ailes. Now, the people that are accusing them, of course, a lot of them happen to be anonymous, since they either work at Fox News or had worked at Fox News, or they're afraid of retaliation or whatnot. Now, what happens when, after these allegations, usually Fox News is like, well, shit, we got to look into this. These people can't be on air. They either go on vacation or are suspended or whatever. Now, Pat Robertson, well, he sees this pattern too. And he actually has an interesting defense of Eric Bolling. Now, he said he was on this program. He's a dedicated Catholic. He goes to Mass every day. Very nice man. They pulled him off air because someone sent pictures ostensibly over his name. That's very interesting. Now, basically it's, well, he's a good Catholic. There's no way he could have done something like this. He's a good man. He'd never do anything wrong. Really? You're going to use the fact that he's religious or is a good Catholic as a defense? You know what the Catholics have been up to? At least the Catholic Church? The sex scandals, the pedophilia, which I'm not accusing him of course. But it's something that the Catholic priests have been getting in a lot of trouble over lately. So, but of course, if you're a religious person, you can never do anything wrong. So obviously, totally untrue, right? Well, if you ask Pat Robertson, yes. But those of us in the real world, we realize that that is absolutely preposterous. Human beings are human beings, and it doesn't matter where you go, you're going to find shitty people in every group, okay? Shitty people, there are shitty Christians, there are good Christians, there are shitty atheists, and there are good atheists, there are shitty Muslims, and also some good ones, a lot of good ones. So people are people, it doesn't matter what religion you are. Some people are just going to be shit. It's got to be in a t-shirt or something like that. You're going to have, bad people obviously doing bad things. So his argument breaks down. Now, Pat is, of course, this is in context here. His statement about Bolling being a good Catholic, it's actually in context of a bigger argument of why Bolling couldn't possibly be guilty of doing this. And I want to show you the whole clip in context. Let's take a look.
I want to say something I've been reading about in the press, and I don't have a lot of first-hand information, so I may be, off the wall on it. But think of this. If you wanted to destroy the Fox News, you really wanted to destroy them, what would you do? Well, you would send some salacious material, ostensibly from one of their popular co-hosts or hosts, and you'd send it out and then get it publicized. And then you'd have some woman complain that she had gotten this salacious material from this particular co-host. And then you'd come to Fox, and Fox is so averse to any kind of legal action that they would immediately take the person off the air. So before long, you would have decimated the primetime lineup of all the Fox hosts. Easy to do? Absolutely. Is it being done? Probably. And the latest attack is against a guy named Eric Bolling, who I think is a straight hour. He was on this program. He's a dedicated Catholic, goes to Mass every day. Very nice man. They've pulled him off the air because somebody sent some pictures ostensibly over his name. But what they've done is take away one of the most popular hosts in their lineup. And then they got rid of O'Reilly, who was the top getter of audience, the most popular host they had. Got rid of him. And, of course, they got rid of Roger Ailes, who was the architect of putting it all together. So easy to do now. I mean, anybody can make charges. But, ladies and gentlemen, if this is going on, and it could easily do it, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it is so easy to see what's being done.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there, but I just want to say, first off, I love it how he refers to it as the Fox News. If you want to get rid of the Fox News, this is what you do. It's so easy to do. Is it? Is it that easy? These women, remember, they recognized the phone number as Bolling's because of previous interactions they had from work and non-work functions. Oh, this is Eric Bolling's number. Hey, Bolling sent me a text. I wonder if this is about a job. Oh my God, it's his balls. I wish I never saw that. That's probably how the situation went, allegedly. Now, first off, or I should say second, you realize that a lot of us, we're not in favor of Fox News, right? But are we like, let's destroy Fox News from the inside? We got this plan. We're going to take down the host one by one by making them send pictures of their junk. You know what we want Fox News to do? We don't want to destroy Fox News. At least not in a literal sense. We want them to actually tell the truth. Now, and that doesn't even mean not being a conservative network. See, conservatives have this weird idea that we want everyone to be conformed to be liberal. No, that's not what we're looking for. We just want to actually have disagreements over facts. I mean, not what is an actual fact, but like, let me give you an example here. A conservative can believe in climate change, okay? Like that it's a real thing. Because it is a real thing and it's backed up by actual evidence. Now, you can agree that, yeah, climate change is a real issue and we need to do something about it. But you can disagree on how you get there. And progressives like me, we take a more government approach, obviously a larger approach, replacing fossil fuels with solar energy and stuff like that. Now, conservatives might take a more market-based approach, which would make sense. From their position, oh, well, we can regulate fossil fuels. We can make fossil fuels a bit cleaner as we transition over to cleaner energy, which will also create jobs. But in the meantime, to not disturb the markets, we could do something like a cap and trade, which is a conservative idea. And that's a good debate that both sides can have. And we can have a conversation that can be perfectly reasonable. And you can even have those debates on conservative networks, where you can have one side arguing for one and the other side arguing for the other. That's perfectly fine. And you could do that from a conservative perspective. And you could do that with any issue as long as you're dealing with facts and reality. And that's what we would like to see from conservative channels, conservative networks. And that's perfectly fine because that sets up a discourse. That sets up a discussion, right? That's what liberals want to do. We want to have conversations based in policy on real work. People like Pat Robertson and a lot of conservatives, wouldn't say a lot, I guess, but some conservative commentators are like, no, shut it down. Shut down anything that is dissenting with our opinion. We don't have the facts, so what we have to do is we have to destroy the people who have the facts. So with that in mind, they must project that to, well, liberals want to destroy us too. They want to shut us down. It's projection. So he goes into a whole conspiracy about somebody maybe stealing Bolling's phone or whatever in order to impersonate him and send in salacious material in order to frame Bolling so that liberals can go back and say, gotcha, got another one. Ha! So we can make Rachel Maddow the queen of the demo. Nobody cares about Rachel Maddow. I don't care about Rachel Maddow. What I care about is actual facts. Okay, actual truth. Now, look, it's pretty possible that Bolling didn't do anything wrong. But I think it's more likely that he just likes sending pictures of his junk and sexually harassing his female coworkers. Now, why would I say that? Well, it's because at the time that he did it, it was from last year, everybody got away with it. They all got away with it. Ailes got away with it for a very, very long time, chasing women around his office with his junk hanging out. O'Reilly with his falafel. I mean, you know, the constant sexual harassment suits, settlement after settlement after settlement with O'Reilly, millions and millions of dollars. Okay? Like, it's not hard to see that there is a culture at Fox News that spread this. And, oh, why didn't the women just come out if they were very uncomfortable? Well, because they had the ability to destroy your career. To make sure that, oh, if you say something, then we'll never have you on again. You can no longer be a contributor to Fox News. If you say anything, you're going to lose your job. That's why a lot of women do not come out about this. It's like, well, it's another job hazard. If I want a job, then I'm going to have to deal with, at some point, being sexually harassed and being brought up to their office and you know, told, in the case of Bolling, allegedly, at least, that, hey, man, you know, this, come see my office. Turns out the office is one of my favorite places to have sex, if you know what I mean. I think a lot of women now consider that par for the course, or at least have for a very long time, and only now are they speaking out because they've been empowered to be able to speak out because of what happened with O'Reilly. The media landscape and the business landscape is changing, and that's a good thing. The guys can no longer get away with this anymore, at least in some places. So that's actually good. But as far as Bolling was concerned, at least back then, he was like, hey, man, why not, you know, why not do it? Why not sexually harass? Everybody else gets away with it. And that's that culture that I'm talking about. The simplest answers are usually happen to be the most correct. So in this case, look, I got news for you, Pat. It's not the liberals that are taking down Fox News by doing these scandals. It's Fox News. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.